Hello, everyone, and welcome to this podcast series in collaboration with QubitHub and the U.S. Research Software Engineer Association. My name is Diana Jimenez, and today we are speaking with an special guest in science and technology. In this space, we share experience and ideas, and we had the work of women in science. Today, we are very pleased to have Eszter Papp with us. Eszter, thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for the invitation.
Before we begin, could you please introduce yourself and tell us a little about your work?
Yeah, of course. So I am a postdoctoral researcher. I very recently defended my PhD in December 2025. My PhD thesis was about the electron transport across proteins, but now I am in a group that is working with NV centers, so it is a little bit different, but still quantum. And my task is to investigate bio-inspired qubits. And I am also very active in science communication. I am a national science ambassador, and I host a podcast at my university, the ELTE Eötvös Loránd University Science Faculty, since 2021.
Thank you for sharing that. To behind, I would like to ask, what inspired you to choose a career in science?
So I had a brilliant high school physics teacher. I don't know about you, but I think a very good teacher can motivate you or inspire you to choose science. So for me, the interest to kind of explore nature was always there since my childhood. But when I met my physics teacher, that is when it became obvious for me that I will choose physics, because let's be honest, everything is physics in our world, so it is a very good way to explore nature and technology. So I was amazed how physics can describe the world around us.
Thank you. That is very interesting to hear. It is always valuable to learn how people start their journey. Now, would like to ask about your experience. Can you tell us about a change you face in your career and how you handled it?
So when I started university, I struggled a lot because in high school, I didn't have to study a lot. I just visited the lectures, I was there, took some notes, but everything except history was kind of easy for me. So I started the university and I overestimated myself. So just imagine that I am very confident at the beginning of the first semester. I think that I am very smart, I am very capable, and this will be an easy ride. But then exam period started, and I thought that 3 days of studying will be just enough for an exam. For example, a mechanics exam. And it turned out that it wasn't enough. So I failed some of my exams in the first 2 exam periods. And it was very hard to me to correct that. So I had to, sit down and think about my life, what I want to do. Is it really my dream to become a researcher? Do I really want to be a physicist? And I said to myself, yes, and I need to work harder. And I lost 1 year, so I had to repeat 1 year at the beginning of the university. But I kind of learned how to study. So, because in high school I didn't need to, but yeah, during these first two exam periods, I just learned how I can study in a way that works for me. So I had a very big whiteboard, and I was just deriving the equations. And then when I forgot something, I started over and over again. So it was hard work, but near the end of my bachelor's, it became easier, and I had an excellent diploma, and then my master's turned out pretty good. I really enjoyed it, and after that, I went to do a PhD too, and I just did it with how to say, flying colors. So I got a summa cum laude, which is the best grade you can get at the end of your PhD. So I think it was a learning curve for me. Like, okay, I screwed up a little bit at the beginning. It was rough, but I said, okay, this is what I want to do. So I will just work hard. Yeah, I think this was the most challenging part, the beginning of the university. But if you really want to be a scientist, I think it's just, it's a learning curve. You need to kind of adapt. And at the end, you will be able to learn basically anything you want.
Oh, thank you for your answer. Now, another answer. Was there a moment in your career when you felt very happy? Can you tell us about it?
So I think it was my second conference. It was a conference on quantum effects in biological systems. By the way, I am organizing this conference this year, so it's amazing. And I met a lot of PhD students there, and that was the moment that I felt that I belong. And I think just kind of feeling this, that you belong, it gives you so much happiness. And also, I had my poster. It was pretty amazing to see your work in a kind of artistic way and in a very compact form. And presenting it to other people who were really interested in the topic gave me a new momentum. And it was a great push because it was around half time of my PhD. We were working on a manuscript. It's really easy to lose motivation when you are working on a manuscript for a long time, but it gave me a push, and it was really great. And I gained new friends. I gained a new community. So that made me very, very happy. And it was the highlight of my PhD, I think. So I would suggest every PhD student that if they can, then go and search for conferences and attend, because they are the best part of the PhD experience, I think.
And now, thinking about the future, what do you find most interesting or exciting about science and technology?
I think science and technology will be always interesting, like not just the future, but the past. Like, how could people create such an amazing things like, okay, let's focus on quantum technologies like qubits and quantum computers, but also I think it is pretty amazing that you are able to tell a computer what to do. You can easily program, let's say, in Python. So it is pretty amazing. Most excited about are these bio-inspired quantum technologies. For example, protein-based qubits, protein-based quantum sensors, because they connect the quantum technologies with these biological systems. And quantum biology is a very interesting and fun field, I think. And I am just very curious what the newest newest findings will be on this topic, because it would be pretty cool if we could have quantum computers with proteins inside of it. But yeah, this is far in the future, but I am very excited about this.
Now, another question. Do you think it's difficult for you young people like us to use different programs for quantum technology?
I think learning new programs is something that you are afraid of at the beginning, and it can be confusing. I know, because I did not like programming at the very beginning, but now I am doing theoretical physics, so I do programming quite a lot. And I think you can learn it easily. It's just you need to give everything at the beginning, and then it will become easier and easier. And it is really useful to learn these skills like programming, because you can use it basically everywhere. So I would suggest to young people to learn programming and be better at it.
That's very nice to hear. It's always good to listen to positive in it about the futures. And finally, what advice would you give to young women who would like to work in science?
So I think nowadays it is very much advertised that science is also for the girls and not just for the boys, right? We are pretty good at it, I think. And my advice would be that don't be afraid to ask people. Do not hesitate, because opportunities, if an opportunity is there, just ask and don't hesitate. And also, if you have a skill for something, then just share it with the right people, that, hey, I can do this. I can work on this. Trust me. And then it will be okay. So don't be afraid to ask. Do not hesitate, and try out new things, because that gives you the possibility to learn something new. And I think it is really great when you learn something new and you can just sort of update your skill set, and it will be a good experience. That is for sure.
It is good to hear about your experience. Okay, Esther, thank you very much for your time and for sharing your experience with us. It has been a pleasure speaking with you, and thank you to everyone for listening. We hope you enjoyed this conversation, and see you next time.
Thank you very much.